everyone. So I just got back from school and I decided to make this quick little video. My teacher started talking about school tips, helpful websites, and just organization just in general. And I thought what she was saying was pretty interesting, so I just thought of sharing it with you guys. So let's just begin. Alright, so this is how the whole conversation on school tips came about in the classroom. We have planners, and this is a planner from my school. It has my school's name and the year 2011 to 2012. Then it has the school rules, the handbook, or whatever they want us to follow. Then it has helpful websites. And this is what we started to go through in school, and she started explaining the helpful websites and actually going pretty in depth in it and telling us how it could help us. And she started saying more things, but I'm just going to focus on the helpful websites for right now. So I'm just going to list and tell you some of the helpful websites and what they're all about and how you can use them in the school year to help you prosper. And I'll just link them in the info bar if you just don't quite get them when I'm reading the website, and it'll just link you to the website. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is snapgrades.com. My school runs on snapgrades.com. It's a website that your teacher can register. When she registers, she can register you and your whole class and all the students that she teaches. And if you're running out of time and you're on, like she's on the she's on the blackboard or the smart board, and she's just talking and giving a lecture on what you're supposed to do, and the bell rings, she can actually send the homework to Snapgrades, and you can log in and you can see how you're doing in your classes, homework you missed, missing handouts. If you don't come to school, you can log into Snapgrades and it'll tell you just the things that you missed and lessons that you missed. And if you don't have Snapgrades and your teacher doesn't really function on that, maybe you can tell her about it and just give her some advice. Maybe she'll follow it and get a Snapgrades. But snapgrades.com is pretty much only for if your teacher actually registers, and it's just for the whole class, and she can send emails to the class through snapgrades.com, and you get your own username and password and you log on, and it's pretty individualized. So that's what snapgrades.com is. You can get your homework, you can check your grades online, you can do all those good stuff, and it can really help with organization, because sometimes you cannot come to school. You could go on Snapgrades and you just catch up with everything you're missing. You could come the next day with your homework. You could call up a friend and they could explain it to you and you could do it. But yeah, the next website that she talked about was Regents Prep Exam Center, and the website for that is www.regentsprep.org, and I'm going to link it in the info bar. And what this is arranged by subjects and topics. It provides you with the topics and practice questions for your state exams. Pretty much what that's trying to say is that you could go on regentsprep.org and you can go to the subject that you need help in, and it can actually help you by giving you practice questions, and you could just keep doing it. Just Regents practice questions that usually come up on the Regents, and it can help you practice, and hopefully you can score better, because if you get to know the questions and the tests and the material more and practice, it'll probably lead to you getting high grades on your Regents. And if you don't know what a Regents is, and maybe you're in junior high school or elementary school, Regents is just like a state exam. Regents is just a fancy word for state exam, but in high school you take Regents, middle school you take state exams, and elementary school you take state exams. So that's pretty much what it is. It's a helpful website. And there's all these different subjects. There's math, social studies, every subject that actually has a region that you could take. You can press it, go on the topic that you need help in, or you want to practice in, and you can practice questions. And it'll just help you more. And the other website is called Khan Academy, and I actually visited it. And I thought it was really cool because sometimes being really honest, sometimes we have teachers that are really interesting. You don't really get them as well as other teachers. They're hard to understand, and some of them go fast, some of them go slow. So if you have a problem with a certain subject, you can actually go on khanacademy.com and you can see tutorials on how to do certain subjects, certain topics. You go on it, you click the subject that you need help in, then it takes you to the topic, you find the topic, and you can actually press it and a teacher will start doing tutorials on how to teach you to do this. The teacher can actually teach you a tutorial on how to do the certain topic and subject that you need help in. And the website is called www. Did I say 4 W's or 3? www. Yeah, I said 3. khanacademy.org. I said khanacademy.com, but it's khanacademy.org. You can look in the info bar. The description is, it says, it's a great academic resource with videos and tutorials in every subject and SAT prep. And if you're in 11th grade or 12th grade, or you just even want to start early, you're in 10th or 9th, I'm in 10th, you can actually go to khanacademy.com, khanacademy.org, and you can actually see SAT prep and you can start studying early. And if you don't understand something in class and you have homework and it's just really, you can just go on it and you can actually be taught the lesson again, and you'll see a teacher teaching you it again. The other website I'm going to show you is called www.nysedregents.org. And what it means is New York State Education Regents.org, but they just simplified it, which is just like shortened it, nysedregents.org. And the website's name is called Office of Assessment Policy Development and Administration. And what you can do on there is you can find your old region exams online. And when you do that, you could just look over things that maybe you didn't do so well on, and you could practice again. If you want to retake the same regions, you think you could do better, which can actually ultimately get you into a better college, because if you have higher regions grades, it'll be really good on your college application and all that. So if you want to retake other regions to maybe score higher, you could check out your old regions and just check out questions that you don't really get, and you could just practice them and see the things that you got wrong so you won't make the same mistakes on the next regions you're going to take. Or if you don't want to do that and you just want to check out your regions, you could just check out your regions and you could just see the things that you got wrong and practice them and just see your grade in general and all the questions. And the last website I want to share with you is called arisnyc.org. It's arisnyc.org. And pretty much what you do is, it's to view your transcript and academic history, including state exam scores, periodic assessment results, PSAT results, attendance history, and all those good things. So pretty much what it is that New York State, this is pretty much, yes, New York State actually takes all of your information as a student, and like it's their own little bank where they keep all this information in so they can refer it back. They keep it in this little website, and they have your attendance history. They have all your state exams starting from when you started to take state exams till you graduate pretty much. And they have all this information, your transcript, meaning your grades, your, what is the word I'm trying to say? I hope I don't forget. Your percentage of the whole year, and like if you're in 10th grade, they'll have all your 9th grade grades just to store, and colleges later on could go look at them and see how you've been doing since you started pretty much school. So if you want to check that out and actually see what's on there, your attendance history, if you were late, if you were absent, you can get your username and password from your school guidance counselor. And the website again is www.arisnewyorkcity.org. And this is the page of helpful websites that my advisor gave us. If you don't know what an advisor is, she's like your own personal guidance counselor, I guess. You can just talk to her. You meet up with her with pretty much all your classes. No, you meet up with her with a lot of your classmates, and some schools have that, and you can ask a question. You guys talk about things that the school wants you guys to talk about, and you could talk to your school guidance counselor, and you can ask her your username and your password. And the other websites are really not, they don't really apply, because it's like my school's official website, my school's email, and that doesn't really apply to you. And I'm just going to go through the planner real quick, because it's just about bullying, types of bullying. I really would like to do a video on this, cyberbullying, dealing with bullying, all these different things. Then it goes on to time management and managing your time, and we actually did go through this in class also. But first, I actually do think, like my teacher said, my advisor said, that the first thing you should do when you're actually going into a new grade and you're actually getting more work than your last grade, you should make a planner. And this is a planner, but if I show you where you're supposed to be writing all your homeworks from each class, is right there. There's not enough space for me to write all the homework that I get, because I have like a lot of classes and a lot of homeworks, and I'm actually taking advanced placement classes this year, and so it's like there's not a lot of space. So I actually don't use this planner, even though I just got it. I made my own planner, and it's just pretty much a regular notebook that I'm planning on like designing the whole front cover, things I like. And I actually started, this is my first page, is YouTube videos that I want to do, and I started this this is my first page of using my planner. I wrote down my homework for AP US History and Earth Science, and you can refer it to when you get back home, and even if you forget the homework that you have, you'll have it organized, so you can just go home, do it, check it off for the day, and you can tell if you do all your homework. And the planner is really good. It does keep you organized, because you get to know, you get a place where you can write down everything you need to do. Then when you get home, you do it. So like when you're in class, your teacher says the homework for today is due pages blah blah blah. I'll just take out my planner and I'll write math, due pages blah blah blah. So planners are really good. And I'm just gonna go through the time management, and then this video pretty much will be done for school tips. Time management, you can make a to-do list, which this is kind of like a to-do list for school, because it's a to-do list for homework. When you have your homeworks, you write down like what September 15th I have to do math pages blah blah, science pages blah blah, English pages blah blah. It's like a to-do list, and there's number 1, number 2, number 3 homework, and then you just check it off for each homework that you get done. Use your time wisely while at home and while at school or everywhere else. Pretty much what I do is that when I get home from school, I come home, I wait an hour or hour and a half, and I just take that hour to just do whatever I want. Facebook, check my YouTube, go on any website, whatever, just check any website, watch TV. I'll just take that hour to just relax. Since I just got home from school, I really would not want to just go straight into homework, because I just got straight from school. So I just take that hour for me, and then after that hour, I'll just have to do homework. And between every homework that I do for an hour, I'll just take 10 minutes, and then I'll start a new homework. So if it's like 5:30 Just for example, I'll do math till 6:30. Then from 6:30 to 6:40, I'll take a 10-minute break. Ignore that, my phone just... And then from 6:40 to 7:40, I'll do another homework. I'll just take 10-minute breaks between every hour that I do homework, just to gather myself together, because it just kind of becomes too much. You get annoyed sometimes, but if you're good and you just like doing homework once and not taking breaks, then it's just whatever works for you. So pretty much that's what it is, and I'm just going to read what it says about using your time wisely. It says, the book says, establish a routine, set aside a specific time each night to do homework. Number 2, schedule 1-hour blocks of time, study for 50 minutes, and take a break for 10 minutes. And that's exactly what I do, even last year for 9th grade. Establish how long each assignment will take and plan accordingly. Do your hardest assignments first. Your work will become easier as you go. That really is true. These are really, really, really good advice from this book. Go to work right away. Do not waste time talking on the phone, emailing, texting, snacking, or watching TV. I do that. I do waste time. Pretty much an hour. Spend extra time studying subjects you find more challenging. Review what you have already studied or read ahead. Do not let watching TV or chatting online consume all of your free time. Use it to study, hang out with your friends or family, read and write, or exercise. Continually work on long-term assignments. This is 7. Continually work on long-term assignments to avoid having to rush later. Break them into small tasks to make the job easier and reduce stress. And while at school or anywhere else, you could begin working on assignments right away. This gives you a head start and the opportunity to ask questions, get on class on time. Having to catch up wastes valuable time.